Right, today our lesson is 5.9, I can solve fractional equations. Yesterday we looked at equations such as x over 3 minus x squared over 6 equals 5. And today we're going to look at equations like 1 over x minus 1 over 2x equals 3. So yesterday we looked at this and we said, well, we need a common multiple of 3 and 6, which was 6, and we multiplied the whole equation by 6 to get rid of the fraction. Well, in today's lesson, notice that the variables are in the denominator, but the process is just the same. We want to get rid of the denominator, so we determine what is the least common multiple of x and 2x. Well, the least common multiple of x and 2x is going to be 2x. So we're going to multiply the whole equation by 2x. So we're going to get 2x times 1 over x minus 2x times 1 over 2x equals 2x times 3. And notice all I did was distribute inside. So then you go back and you simplify. So this reduces, which leaves me a 2. This reduces, which leaves me a 1. And this multiplies to 6x. So I have 1 equals 6x. Divide both sides by 6. So I get x equals 1/6. Now the other thing that's different about today's lesson is that we have to worry about the domain. So we need to look at our solution and make sure that if we put it in for x, it does not give us a 0 denominator. And in this case it does not, so our solution is 1/6. Okay, example 2. 5 over y minus 1 minus 4 over y plus 1 equals 0. So again, look at the denominators and see what is the least common multiple, least common multiple of y minus 1 and y plus 1. Well, it's going to be y minus 1, y plus 1. So we multiply the whole equation by y minus 1, y plus 1. So distribute, we get y minus 1, y plus 1 times 5 over y minus 1 minus y minus 1 times y plus 1 times 4 over y plus 1 equals y minus 1, y plus 1 times 0. Now we go back and simplify this. So we see that the y minus 1s will cancel, and that's going to leave me 5 times y plus 1, bring down my minus sign, then come to this, and I see that y plus 1s will cancel, so I get 4 times y minus 1 equals, multiply that, and I get 0. Now it's just a matter of simplifying. So we get 5y plus 5. Distribute the negative 4. Collect like terms. Whoops, I forgot my y here. So I get y plus 9 equals 0. So I subtract 9 from both sides, so I get y equals negative 9. Then again, remember I need to check to make sure that that negative 9 is in the domain, and it is, so my solution is negative 9. Example 3. I have a over a plus 5 equals a minus 6 over a. Least common multiple of my denominators is going to be a times a plus 5. So I multiply the whole equation by that. So I distribute. So I get a times a plus 5 times a over a plus 5. That's an a. equals a times a plus 5 times a minus 6 over a. Now I come back here and simplify. So I get a squared, and I come here and simplify, and I get a plus 5, a minus 6. Foil this, so I get a squared minus 6a plus 5a minus 30. Subtract a squared. I get 0 equals negative a minus 30. Add a to both sides. A equals negative 30. And again, we need to check, is negative 30 in our domain? Yes, it is. So our solution is negative 30. Example 4. I have 2x plus 3 over x minus 1 minus 2x minus 3 over x plus 1 equals 10 over x squared minus 1. Again, first step is we need to see what the common multiple is, so we need to factor this. That's going to be x plus 1, x minus 1. So the least common multiple is going to be x plus 1, x minus 1. So we multiply the whole thing by that. So we get x plus 1, x minus 1 times 2x plus 3 over x minus 1. X minus 1 times 2x minus 3 over x plus 1 equals x plus 1, x minus 1 times 10 over x plus 1, x minus 1. Come back and simplify. This reduces, so I get x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. This reduces, so I get x minus 1 times 2x minus 3. That reduces, and so I just get 10. Now, here's where we have to be careful. So right here, this is minus this whole thing. So what we have to do is we have to put that in brackets so that we remember to distribute that negative once we get it multiplied out. So now we're going to FOIL. So this is 2x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 3 minus 2x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 3 equals 10. Continue simplifying. Okay, distribute the negative. So I get negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 10. So this and this add up to 0. I have a negative x and a positive 5x, so that's going to be a 4x. And I have a negative 3 and a negative 3, so that is negative 6. Okay, and whoops, let's go back. I made a mistake up here. I made a sign error. That's what I get for trying to hurry. So let's go back and fix this. This actually should have been a plus right here. So that makes this a plus, and that makes this a plus. Sorry about that. I shouldn't hurry like that. So it's 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 minus 2x squared plus 3x plus 2x minus 3 equals 10. Alright, so this adds up to 0. I have a 5x and this is 5x, so that's a 10x, and this cancels this, So I have 10x equals 10, so x equals 1. But notice that if I put this 1 in the original problem, 1 is not in the domain because it gives me 0 in the denominator. So this one is no solution because we have to reject that number because it's not in the domain.